You know, as much as I really do want to talk about America's Got Talent today, I'm not really going to be able to do that. I got to come clean. Because yesterday was just such a whirlwind of, emotions for me that I would need an entire video just to talk about that. So, without further ado, let's get to my low, my high, my act of kindness. My act of kindness was actually something really nice for me. Well, it'd be nice for anyone, really, but see, believe it or not, yesterday, yesterday was my aunt's birthday. So, I called her and wished her happy birthday. The way that my family does, we get together over the phone and do happy birthday, do that, So I wound up doing that. And she later sent me a text, and that was great. And that actually added on to some of my high. My another part of my high was yesterday I got to see my family who lives out in Ohio, and we all got to dinner last night at Sorge's. It was actually a very, very wonderful evening. We got they had the bread and you dip in olive oil. We got cheesy garlic bread. You can put marinara on it. I actually recommended the minestrone soup to one of my relatives, actually, and she loved it. And that same relative and her daughter also ordered something I never had from Sorge's before, which was the deep fried artichokes. So I actually tried one of those. 'Cause I actually remember looking at them like, where have those been all my life? That's how good they were. So, if you're in Sorge's, I recommend you try the artichokes. They're very good. Then again, growing up, my mom would make artichokes where you boil them and you peel the leaf off, you dip the leaf in butter, and like one of those. So that was quite nice. Some people ordered my mom was sitting next to me. She ordered the eggplant parmesan. My father ordered the chicken parmesan, and I got my usual Delmonico steak with the melted blue cheese on it. And but here's the twist, though. This time I actually didn't order it with fries. I actually had it with a side of spaghetti. I usually never get spaghetti, so this was a nice change. It was good. And I also got my Italian crumbly blue, my salad with Italian dressing, crumbly blue cheese, and extra onions, and some minestrone soup as well. Because listen, I gotta have both my soup and my salad. Okay, I just do. I hate having to choose between soup and salad. I really do. I love them both. It was just a great day overall. And, I actually got to talk with my folks about something. And that's actually part of my low. See, over the last year and a half or so, as much as don't get me wrong, me doing these videos has been like the saving grace of of what's going on. But for the last at least year and a half or so, maybe even longer, I've been in a complete rut. Like, I really feel as if I need, sort of a new career change, stuff like that. So I actually went to get some sort of testing done. Nothing too crazy, nothing too strenuous, but just like, why do I feel the way I do? And this has actually been and this has been like years and years and years in the making. But because all my life I was told something, only for in the last 6 months or so, I've been told that wasn't the case at all. So in a way, I was kind of going through that whole sort of existential crisis type thing. But it turns out there is something wrong. And that is, I actually suffer from depression. And I gotta say, considering what I was told, and I don't know all the details yet, but the big thing I took away from it was I'm depressed. I am. Even more so than even I let on. Which, I mean, years ago I contemplated suicide. So I'll admit I'm depressed, but I'm pretty sure even back then it was a lot worse than now. I mean, having heard this last night and getting a good 8 hours of sleep to process it all, a part of me is wondering. Well, a part of me was wondering how I'm still depressed, even though, again, way back in 2008, 2009, I contemplated killing myself. And I guess in a way, it may have to do with the fact that in life I've just been going through the motions. Like, I did the stuff that you really should do. I graduated from high school, and then the whole Trinity Poly thing was completely optional technically, but I did that. I got myself a college education. I'm doing work for my father, for a job. You'd think that that's what a normal functioning member of society does, and they do. But if you just take away those things, in a way, I've just been feeling so down on myself all these years that it's kind of kept me from taking bigger risks in life, as well as just simply put, I barely have much to show for anything in life. I'm 31 years old, single, depressed now. Or if I'm not depressed, I'm probably angry. But as sad as that is, I actually heard some very reassuring news. One thing is, I'm very bright. Okay, which, I kind of could have figured that one out, but then again, if I was bright, then I wouldn't feel depressed, but that's not how it works. I wish that's how it works, but that's not how it works. And something that literally since the time I was 2 or 3 years old. Something that I was told, it turns out it's not true. Which, for one thing, it's incredibly reassuring. More importantly, and I think that's why it adds to my depression a little bit, because all my life I was told about this one bad thing. And don't worry, when I feel comfortable about talking it, I will talk about this in more detail. But because my whole life I was told this, in such a demoralizing fashion, no less, that it legit made me feel less than. And that mentality's carried on the way up till now. And there are some good takeaways from it. I mean, again, I used to contemplate suicide years ago, and now I don't. So that's one thing. I certainly don't feel that bad. But, after talking with my folks last night, I really do feel as if I'm ready to make some changes. I really do. They're hard, and they're the sorts of changes where I feel as if I have a good thing going, even though technically it's not really a good thing. So why stop it? But who knows? If I don't make any sorts of changes, and I am seeing someone about these sorts of things. I'm going to be seeing him today, actually. So I'm definitely going to talk about these sorts of things today. So that's going to be priority one. But considering everything that I've been through, and everything that, I've done in my life, I definitely have some good things in life going for me. I can say that I've ran 4 marathons. I can say that I've rode 4 100-mile bike rides for a charity. The first 2 were for juvenile diabetes, and the second 2 were for the food bank of the Southern Tier, in case you're wondering what those charities were. It was the Tour de Cuca, and it's like a different charity every year, or maybe it's the same or something. I don't know. I got to see my brother find the love of his life, get engaged, get married, have 2 beautiful twin boys, with a 3rd one on the way. To be perfectly honest, I'm not entirely sure if my family wanted me to say this yet, but yeah, I'm going to be an uncle again in a month from now. Another boy, actually. So come late August, I'll be an uncle to 3 boys. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's fine. I mean, again, she's doing like less than a month, so eventually I was going to say something anyway, might as well say it now. So I don't know what I don't know everything going forward, but I do know that as long as I keep some positives in tow, and always remember that the glass isn't half empty or half full, it's refillable. I think I'll be okay. So sorry if you were looking for me to talk about AGT, but honestly, with everything that happened last night, I just couldn't find any time to watch it. So I'll try and do something about that tomorrow. But for now, I just need to take this time and sort of process and think over a couple of things. Oh, don't worry, I'll be back tomorrow. I'm not going anywhere. But yeah, I think I just got to take this one day at a time. So if you like this video, please click on the thumbs up button and ring the bell if you want to subscribe for notifications. And, whether I'm depressed or happy, I'm always going to feel humbled I do this every day. I'm always going to feel hopeful that we all have a wonderful day. And if you ever want to talk, I'm always going to listen. So that's never going to change. So nothing else. Still make good choices. And I'll be back tomorrow. Take care.